Hey you, we're back at the princely Dawnligh Palace, and now we're going to have a wee look at the garden and what's going on out here. Now these are the steps down to the sea that I was talking about during the house tour, and the sun comes up kind of right there on the other side of that wall. Well, you can tell that from the shadows. You know, the shadows are kind of weird, I'll be honest. See, the sun's there, but early morning, it's kind of around behind that, and it crosses that way across the sky. Ooh, look at her, all epic. She's back in her dress or her work clothes now. This entrance is the front entrance. This is where we started the other tour of the inside of the house. That goes into that front hallway there. And this is what her dad would have seen if he had had delegations coming by ship. They would have been coming up those stairs and making their way up this grand progressive steps to the front door. It's all about impressing, all about impressing. Now this house, you can walk all along, and I probably showed you this during the preview of this. I'm not going to go on here very long, but you can walk all the way around these walls. And I really dearly wanted to put something up here. You can muck around down in some of the like the outside of this place as well. I thought it would have been nice to use that beach, but you just run out of slots for items, and you can't, you know, you do what you have to, and then you say, oh well, what's most important, and you make some hard decisions and you just move on. So, and this is even with ESO Plus, where I have double the normal number. I can't even imagine doing one of these big houses without ESO Plus. It would just be, wah. Yes, it would totally be wah. I'm just telling you. So there's always a little place to sit. We're always looking for ways to have shade as well. Again, a pond there, and there's another pond just beyond that section there. But we're going to go down here first and have a wee looky around. We got a little bit of a flower bed here. It's very informal. Just, you know, a little spot, or you can walk along here and just not even bother with it. Water and plants. It's always about the water and plants. We have crabs in here because the crab god thing, yeah, it's a guild thing. What can I tell you? This is where my cats hang out, or her cats hang out. It's in the shade. You know, they get to chase butterflies, and I think, you know, the odd crab gets hassled a little bit, but shit happens. So we will walk along here. Oh, that's flowering. Oh, it's so pretty. And then we will go to the other pond. Now at night, this is a nice wee stroll under the lights. Or again, if it's raining, it lets you, you know, have a walk, I guess. And here's another place. This one is not as shady as you can see, but you get the vines growing up there, and there's lots of foliage and stuff around. And the best part about this one is getting to sit here and looking out over that pond, and there is Dawnligh, and we've got the little floating lights and a couple of plants. I'd like to put more. I had some ivies and some other things going on, but have you heard me complain about not having enough item space? Yeah, so I'll stop now. Oh, we have butterflies. So I'll walk along this way. Now these I got in that pack with the Dawnligh statue, the wisteria, but I mean 3 kinds of wisteria in one plant, and it's kind of overpowered. I really don't like them, but I found by taking it and putting ivy over it to sort of disguise the regularity of it and kind of break it up a little bit, that worked out okay. So that's okay. I don't mind that so much. So another wee place to sit should you want to. No. I had plans to make a whole barbecue area here where we could cook and eat and have, you know, a nice outdoor party, but again, space. Wine. I do love that statue. I think she is so beautiful. And oh, look at that. The sun just coming through there. 'Tis most lovely. She is a pretty thing. And, you know, that makes for a nice statement. That's kind of lovely. And the last little bit of the garden, that is the door that goes out to the docks and on toward town. Now, this area over here is the coolest spot on the property. So we've got a lot of trees over here. There's a lot of green plants planted as undergrowth all over, as you can see. And there, once upon a time, there was even some seating area out here, but, you know, I ran out of room. With the palace being there and the sun actually coming up on the other side of it, and then you've got this massive rock wall that keeps things very cool. So there's only a small portion of the day where this has direct light. So I thought, you know, a nice, super shady, very cool place to sit, or as cool as it's going to get in this sort of climate on the extra hot days. It just seemed like a nice thing to have. So you can go off and hide in the shade. And there is the back view of that lovely goddess. We're back over to here. So it's not a huge property in terms of land. There are bigger ones. But I like it just fine. So there we are. The garden at the princely Dawnligh Palace. Live your life happy. Build it beautiful. Bye-bye, guys.